President Trump does not bluff, and he is prepared to unleash hell.
Preparing for a possible weeks-long ground operation in Iran.
Why would we need troops on the ground? We've got to get the uranium.
President Trump will ensure they are hit harder than they have ever been hit before.
And cue the fire-breaking news. I have horrific news for you. If you wanted good, came to the wrong spot. Actually, probably ranks up there. My worst nightmare is, and I've been telling you this, ground forces do not go in. This is not anything that anyone says. Oh, it'll just a few days, just 2 weeks to slow the spread. The Pentagon is preparing for weeks. They're saying weeks of ground operations in Iran. So officials have been saying, if you use or if you take out our power, we will use nukes. Well, do you see any power in this video? It's currently Tehran with all the lights on. And the only lights I see are that of maybe bombs. So it looks like in Tehran, the lights are off and someone's home. If you've been a little panicked lately, like energy prices, it's gonna get a lot worse. And this is in regards to the entire globe. Breaking. Yeah, I know, I can't spell well. U.S. officials and Wall Street analysts are now reportedly preparing for the possibility of $200 oil. The bets are on. And I just got an insider message from an insider that was best friends with the aunt that dated the guy that gave the insider information. Markets are going to crash tomorrow, and as I film this, I got 19 minutes. But the truth is, if we are going in, this has to. But again, I don't trade that way. And would you not have thought that during World War IV, gold and silver would be triple in price? It like ran ahead of time, and then it's like, we don't know where we're going. But I can tell you where soldiers are going. They're going to Iran. That number, U.S. Army forces in the Middle East has exceeded 50,000. So you're about 1 million away from their 1 million. They have home field advantage. This is not the game you want to play. Iran is sitting there and wait. They're like, come on, let's go. Iran says its forces are waiting as U.S. troops arrive in region. I just asked, do we have to do this? Can't we just say, okay, we took out your leader, we accomplished everything. You just go with the whatever you were speaking, the sweet propaganda of, we won this war. All right, cool. We're done. We will happily pay whatever to use the strait. 10 times more? Okay. Came in, wanted to get the leader and fix our economy. Have you guys not seen what's going on behind the scenes? I'm not just talking about your portfolio being gone. I'm pretty sure you investors out there, you've taken a few peeks going like, how am I going to recover from this? Time in the market, always better than time in the market. It's fine. This is the weirdest way to me to protect your wealth. I don't get it. If you have $1 million and it goes up to 2 million, that's amazing. The crowd goes wild. You doubled your money. And then you just stay in. Like time in the market's always better than timing the market. And then I'm like, you crossed the 200 right here. Why don't you just take profit? Spend 2 years where you start from 1 million, go to 2 million, you're back to 1 million again. You're like, yeah, it's okay, it'll go back up. Can I tell you what the banksters are saying and what's happening behind the scenes? And it's like, is this war a cover-up for something like 08 times 08? I know my tinfoil hat friends are saying, but when you have U.S. private credit defaults hit 9.2%, that's in 2025, and it's getting worse. How your portfolio is only down 10%. I mean, it depends on what you're in. Some of you guys you're out. This is actually when people get out. Crazy. It's like, I'm too scared. Your extreme fear, you can't even see the little thing. It's so big. Pat, I would like to take things that are big for 500, please. Your world uncertainty. This comes from the Fred. That guy. I would not have guessed this. This was the top of vid. This is now. Wow. Oh, and this little blip, this is the Iraq war. Iraq, pandemic, now. I guess I have to say congratulations, stock market. You're kind of holding up there. Also, if you're interested, I have a watch list on stocks go down. Every day I trade, more so on the daily. So you're not trading like every day. This is like for $1 something a day. Okay. Anything under the 200. Under the 200, we short it while Iran gets bombed and they have no electricity. This is at a time where it's like, okay, now Russia steps up and China, and we use nukes. So if you think this $200 before July, $200 for a barrel, I'm like, wow, you're pushing it. I know it's 14%, but it's like 90%. It's going to be a lot more. Why do I say that? Well, Houthis say they are considering closing another Straits name, and they're not even straight. Look at these things. There's nothing straight about this. And then you word Bab. We're closing Bab. 12% of the world's trade, not just oil, everything goes through this, and you guys want to close this. Well, it looks like this war may turn to a few more fronts. All for what? Okay, Iran has nukes. So does North Korea, so why don't we get them? And I know you have everyone has their arguments, you win. So glad that this is what I do every day. When every day Trump wants ceasefire with Iran. Trump sends more troops into Iran. All right, we're done. Okay, we're going ground troops. Wait, Trump says oil at 500 is a good thing. Trump says the stock market's not so bad. Trump says the Strait of Hormuz is not closed. Everyone's going through it. Huh? And let me just click buttons. Life's so much easier. And by the way, we're coming down. We'll probably retest that line, which is 13%. I mean, that's not even that bad. Back in January, when we started doing that, I'm like, oh, you can't get above that support, can you? That's actually resistance. You want it to turn into support. Couldn't do it. So now you break that. Now we go lower, and then we go. So we're going. We're gonna go here next. But in the interim, man, this swing. Oh, you guys got to get it. I'm telling you. And then we come down here, 13%, which is not that bad. But I just want to let you know what is happening right here. Like this breaking news, all this bad stuff, boots on the ground, death. They're laughing. Not here. I'll show you.
Operation in Iran that would include thousands of U.S. service members. Over the weekend, the USS Tripoli, manned with 3,500 troops, including 2,500 Marines, arrived in the CENTCOM area of operation. If an operation is ordered to seize Iranian oil facilities or enriched uranium, it's expected that both special forces and conventional forces would be used. This comes as the United States and Israel launched a series of strikes against Iranian military infrastructure over the weekend, including hitting Iran's nuclear development facilities.
So we can all chalk it up to, okay, this is a war. Looks like World War III to me, maybe IV. It's really bad. But what's the president's take on this?
To American refineries on the Gulf Coast, lowering the price of gas in America. So it's a...
Forget that. When are they going to do the statue? The hell with you.
Yes, you heard it here first. He seems to be more worried about the statue of him in Venezuela. Only one in Las Vegas. He didn't have any clothes on. Cannot show you that one. There was a naked statue of me in Las Vegas. You would be pleasantly disappointed. I mean, not bad, right? I mean, with clothes on. It's close. Dude, that hair, though. So I would love to film with sunglasses on. I could just, like, close my eyes. I don't have to look at you. Film halfway sleeping. Also, did you guys catch this? Like, he had Mark do this. Like, just come out. Watch Mark for a brilliant interview. Guess this is how we're going to tell everyone we're going to hit Iran.
Why would we need troops on the ground? Well, there's a lot of reasons, and we wouldn't be...
Oh, tell us the propaganda, sir. Go ahead.
300,000 of them. It's this uranium, too. We've got to get the uranium. If it cannot be destroyed, if it cannot be altered, we got to get it. For the reason I just said. You can make dirty bombs, and over time you can still make sophisticated missiles. So you need to get to the uranium. That's why I'm reading in the paper, we're talking about the 82nd Airborne, we're talking about these various special forces and the various military services and so forth. He's not talking about sending regular army and infantry in by the hundreds of thousands. Men he's talking about, the units he's talking about, they are specialized. And you know what else? I remember from my days in the Reagan administration. Many of them are trained.
I'm going to stop it right about there. While you guys are over there, grab a few weapons of mass destruction. To know, let me just go back to trading the charts, not listening to that. I always say that on this channel. Don't look at the news. Your job is to enjoy your life and click buttons on a screen. Don't be so upset when you see red. Look at these volume candles. Did you know something? This was at, how about now? Market close. Same one. I wonder which way the market's going to go. I mean, I have to hand it to you. It's not as high as that one, but here we go again. Now, that does not mean even with a bear flag here. That's almost exactly what that is. Yeah, I'll show you just so you can see it. Also, if you'd like, learn how to put all this into practice. See that? That's a flag. It's going up, which is kind of weird. That's actually bearish, and you don't want to break that. You broke that. So we should head lower. As if Friday's down 2%. The day before that, 2. Can I have another 2? And then someone right about here maybe knew something. It does look like it's paying off. And I do need to explain a few things to you guys because I did a trade. Was it Friday? I'm like, here, watch. I clicked the wrong button. You guys are smart. Investors have nowhere to hide because you're an investor. Why would you hide? I'll make it really easy. I'll show you what investors do, okay? They come over here. Now, if you want to be an investor, just watch. First thing they usually do, which they should be trading futures, they don't. They trade QQQ, and they just buy. They're like, okay, we're going to buy here. And then they wait. This is almost 2023, November 2023, December. Yeah, what, 23, 24, 25, what? We're in 26. Don't tell me that this can't come down here. That's what investors do. They buy it here, they buy it here, they buy it here, they buy it up here, here, and then it goes down. They're like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to work for me. Even if we were to trade, even if you were an investor and you're like, okay, you buy, see, it goes purple. This is on the monthly. This goes back to 2019. Don't buy up here in the purple. Buy here or buy here on a swing. Buy it, wait till it comes down. The whale comes on, get out. Lots of money. It pulls back around. It's a swing trade. Buy. You ride it. Maybe sell in here. Maybe sell up here. Maybe sell at some point. Also, just FYI, do you see this crossover here? I'll zoom in. It looks like that, and it looks like those over there. You probably have a lot of room to the downside, and you are more than likely 1/3 of the way there. If you would like to learn how to do this by clicking on the screen, I offer a course on it. For 100 videos, I actually give you 2 for one small little price of a textbook. You could trade once a year. I mean, if you're an investor, this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually getting ready for a big move where I will once again move millions of dollars on a swing up. Then every day I trade crypto, name it, I click around. When the market opens, it's these two, NQ1, MNQ. These are the two. This one on top is expensive. That one's 1/10. And if you're just starting out, I like you here, MNQ1. That way when the market opens and see all these little arrows, that's me trading in the morning. I'm like, oh, let's go. This is it. It's going down. Comes up here, oh, it's going down. And on NQ1, that's this one. That 62, see it says 62 right here, times that by 20. So if you want, trade it. 2 times 6 is 12. That's a little over $1,200 on one candle down. Actually, I lied. It's this one and it's that one. But if you want 1/10, it's this one right here. So I'm kind of excited. Market's going to open. Come learn how to do this with me. Well, I mean, I'm not going to come into your house, except for via computer and it's videos. And you're like, okay, this is how you do it. But learn how to make your digits go up when we go down from this rising wedge. Okay, it broke. This is on the monthly. You just don't have super confirmation. And with that, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.